This entire military is one cohesive, dedicated force. And the threats to our nations, they don't sleep. They're watching our every move. Iran, Russia, China, North Korea, ISIS, Al-Qaeda. They may be watching this right now. Our military should not be mistaken for our cable news gab-fed show. We don't care what you look like. We don't care who you voted for, who you worship, what you worship, who you love. It doesn't matter if your dad left you millions when he died or if you knew who your father was. You have to pay for the machine of lethal moving parts that you would be lied to or if you never stick to you. We will not be intimidated. We will not back down. We don't want war. But if you want war with the United States of America, there's one thing I can promise you, so help me God. Someone else will raise your sons and daughters.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.com.
And do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Darl, the movement dedicated to empowering men, uniting brothers, and building a strong coalition. This is more than just a conversation. It's a call to action. Join us as we uplift, support, and inspire men worldwide. Because together, we don't just talk, we lead, we grow, and we conquer. Are you ready to be part of the coalition? Let's dive in.
Welcome to Man Talk 133 with Charles and Earl. What up, my boy?
What's happening, bro? How you feeling?
How you feeling? Good. Welcome everybody to the show tonight. Yes, sir. Hope everybody's doing well out there, man.
That's right.
Lock in with us. Facebook us talking. mantalk133.com. What if we got Instagram, mantalk133? Y'all lock in with us and you know, check us out, man. Y'all, you know, check us out. Just check us out. Anyway, so tonight, this is what we're gonna talk about.
What we got, bro?
We're gonna talk about, man, the state of men in America. See, last couple of weeks ago, we talked about the state of the youth in America, right?
Okay.
So tonight we're gonna talk about the state of the men in America. Now, this ain't to attack the men, you know, and come to the defense of men, and it ain't about. It's a conversation about men and what's going on with the men in America.
Yeah. Now. You know how it gonna go. You know, some of them, you know, they're a little soft, they're a little tender, you know, soft and tender. So, but hey, it's up to us. We got to bring it the way he say bring it.
And that's it. You know what I'm saying? So this the problem. So this is what's happening in America right now. Men checking out.
Yeah.
Men burning out. Men disappearing. Right? So when I say disappearing, a lot of people think that I'm saying they disappearing like they poof gone out the house, but they disappeared emotionally, spiritually, and socially, right? Now, to you, because you know I always got to come to you first. You know what I'm saying? We got to ask this question to you. What do you think the state of men are in America right now, dog?
It's kind of tough right now, man. You know, we got a lot of pressure. You know, a lot of pressure on us out there, you know, in the world.
Yeah.
And then when we come home, you know, a lot of us have, not us per se, but men in general, a lot of them got to deal with it. You know, once they come home, you know, they fight all day out in the world.
Yeah.
They done took a beating all day or all week. And then, you know, they got to come home and then take another beating from inside of the home, you know.
Yeah.
And a lot of times that's when they emotionally check out. You know what I'm saying? So to the home front too. Home front got to, as women, you know, we got to slide them in there. Even though we talking about men, you know, you got to be more supportive.
Yeah.
Or your man, you know, cause I know they gonna want some support too. and we try to get them support, but you know, but the man mentally, especially a man of color, we take a beating out there in the world, you know. So
think about this though. Think about this. Men make a majority of the suicide deaths in the country. They make a majority. Most men are likely to die at work. Right? More likely to abuse, substance abuse, are more likely to suffer in silence. Right? Now, this is the part that, you know, that when you talk about the women and stuff like that, this is the part where the men gotta be. They gotta be the man to say, look, if I'm dealing with this and dealing with that, I gotta.
Right.
I need, you know, to talk to somebody. Something ain't right. I ain't feeling right. Something ain't good. Some just a little bit off. I mean, think about it. You know, when you wake up, right? Like that, bro, my throat don't feel just right. You know what I'm saying? There's something going on.
Right.
What you do? Check it out. Right.
Yeah.
Just like with men, when you get up in the morning, you don't feel right, or just in life in general, if you don't feel right, like, hey man, something ain't feeling right with me. I feel like snapping on somebody. You know,
right?
I just want to go off on somebody, right? For no reason. That ain't normal, because that ain't a normal behavior for somebody to want to go off on somebody, right?
Yeah.
Because men don't. Let's be honest. Men don't wake up wanting to self-destruct and just go off. They don't. They wake up feeling unnecessary. Like, so like what I mean by that, they wake up feeling like, hey, don't nobody love them, don't nobody care about them, and you know, the dog and left with everybody else. He just there on his own, right? So they feel unseen, unneeded, and that's where you would say uncertain what their role is, and that's what you're saying where the women gotta be that support.
Yep,
you got to.
Yeah, man. You know, you get up in the morning, man. I know some guys may say it's hard, you know, but I just tell them the man to just kind of meditate, you know, to the best of their ability, you know, meditate a little bit and kind of ease their mind a little bit. But like I said, man, if you went to bed that night with say like if you came home from work, right, and you've been beat up at work all day, then you came home and then you got to face your wife, girlfriend, significant other, whatever, in the home, and she beat you up for the next 3 hours after you get off work, you know, drilling you or whatever, like, you know, you in court or something for whatever reason. And when they go to sleep, man, they wake up, it's still gonna be there, because they got to face that in the morning, then they got to go right back to that same old job, and it's just a repeating cycle, you know what I mean? So it's tough, man. I know a lot of people will say, well, women got it tough too, because we got to deal with the kids and all this stuff. That may be true too, but
it is.
You know,
it's true. It's true. But you know, like we always talk about, dog. Just let be clear, we talking about the men tonight.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
y'all, we coming maybe next week. We walking down the line. Don't worry about it. Oh, hey, before we get too far to the show, dog. December 20th, y'all, and my boy's birthday. Y'all give him a shout out. What's your cash app, dog? I'm just playing. You know, $sign what? Get my man. I'm just messing with you. His birthday, y'all. December 20th. That. Y'all check him out. Master MASTA Guns on Facebook. Show him some love, y'all. Show my man some love. Appreciate that. Yeah. So let's get back into it. When men don't feel useful, they often feel worthless. So you gotta, what you say, you got a good man, right? Right. Y'all gotta use the good man. Don't be this independent person where you basically box him out. You know what I mean? Right. You box him out of the life with the kids. Like, even though y'all married, you know, you take the kids everywhere. You know why? He working all the time. Yep. He had the job.
And they can beat a good man. They can beat a good man down too. Even though, like I said, we talking about men today. Yeah. They can beat a good man down. They can beat him down.
Really. They definitely can do that, man. And but I'm just saying, like, you know, men, we don't hear men cry because what we all been taught. You bet not cry.
Yep.
I hope you do cry. I'm gonna get you again.
Yeah.
So they train to not to cry, but what it comes out as, we talking about what the state of a man of America is. We ain't talking about black, white. If you're a man,
yep,
this gonna pertain to you.
Yep.
Sometimes it don't sound like a cry. It sounds like anger.
Mm-hmm.
It sounds like withdrawal. Sometimes jokes. You know how people try to joke it off. You know what I'm saying? You know, how you doing today? You know, I'm good. You know, sometimes it's silence.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you something. When you ask most guys on what they, hey man, how you feeling, man? Hey, I'm blessed, man. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
Now, does anything I just read sound like you somebody that's blessed or good?
Not at all.
Not
and like I said, like you said before, man, if you got something going on like that, man, it's best, to get with a guy, somebody, that you can, you deal with on a regular basis, that you kind of feel like, kind of upstanding or whatever, and chop it up and talk with him a little bit on it, and y'all guys can kind of work it out together. You know what I'm saying? Cause in particular, maybe an older guy and maybe a younger guy talking to an older guy, but sometimes older guys go through it too. Yeah. But most of the time, older guys them been through that, been there, done that.
Yeah.
And so the younger guys can kind of help them, navigate through them type situations.
Yeah.
If it come down to it.
Yeah. So if y'all listening tonight and you thinking, you say, you know what, that might be me. Put your ear close to the speakers you can get.
Mm-hmm.
And stick with us. We finna go through some stuff that's gonna be, that's gonna be, man, to help people out for real though. Help the men out. For generations, men were told work hard, provide, protect, everything will work out.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? That ain't what happened. Mm-hmm. They worked hard, they provided, and they did all this to guess what happened? Till the factories died, the jobs died, wages were stagnated, and respect eroded. Now, when all of this stuff happened, what do you think that do to a man? If he can't provide, he can't protect.
You're breaking down, bro.
He can't do none of that now because the factories didn't close. The little, just little small towns like we grew up in.
Mm-hmm.
It don't take but one major company in that area to shut, and there's a wrap.
Yep.
You know the company I'm talking about, but two.
Yeah, you got to be a go-getter too, man. In situations like that, man, you just can't. If something like that happen, I understand. If they do close.
Yeah,
a plant closed down, you can't just get in the fetal position and be like, whoa, it's me.
Yeah.
You got to be a go-getter, you got to go try to get you a job somewhere else. And whenever you go get these jobs, just always remember, I try to tell guys this, remember that you ain't going to just walk in the door and start from the top.
Nah.
Just get your foot. Just get your foot in the door first and then let your skills take over. Mm-hmm. And when they see how your skills are, they be like, okay, we got him in the door. Now we can bump them up, here and there, whatever. Yeah. So main thing is, just don't give up. If you like you said, to go back, if you're talking about with a plant closing, and guys can't provide anymore, and stuff like that'll be a protector. You can't lay down. You got to stay up.
You got to stay up, and like some men without work, right? Mm-hmm. They often feel like they don't have no value no more because the woman there, she might come at them a certain way, whatever the case may be. His self-esteem may be low, but the thing is that's crazy is like society never asks, how can we help rebuild the man? They always say, hey, what's wrong with him? There's something wrong with that guy. I don't know what's wrong with him, but like I said, man, but we as men, you got to be the one.
Yep.
You cannot put it on your wife or your girlfriend, whatever you got. You can't put it on neither one of them to try to fix that for you, right?
Mm-hmm.
You got to fix that thing yourself. And look, we're going to jump right back into the rest of this, y'all, right after the break, y'all.
All right.
It's time for a vacation, and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandal's 16 all-inclusive, luxury included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Men Talk 133 with Shaw and Daryl. So today we're talking about the state of men in America, Doc. So we were just talking about, they never asked, how can we help rebuild them, man? They always talk about, hey, what's wrong? But something got to be wrong with him. We got to, why he act like that?
Right.
Instead of just looking at it from a different perspective, if he's acting like that, he may be acting like that for a reason. It's like a child. When they cry, they may be crying for a reason because they pamper need to be changed or they're hungry.
Yeah. And I go at it, I take another angle at it too, man. Like when you talking about when the guys, when they making money, they go from making money to not making money, and you tell the wife or significant other, don't dog them out or whatever you said on the other before the break, right? I'll take a look at it from another angle.
Right.
Now you got when you talking about the money aspect of it. Now this ain't a question directed to you. I mean, you can chime in if you want to, but this is for the people that's listening. Like you got, why is it that like with a man, if it's a man working at let's say McDonald's or I'm just throwing it out there, or Food Lion, grocery store, somewhere like that, a woman that makes more money than him won't talk to him. But if a man is working like at a corporate or not, like like getting a little paper, right? Let's say put it like that. A woman a female can be a cashier or anything, Food Line, McDonald's, whatever, but they are less, they'll be able to be, a man or talk to them. You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, because you was talking about the money aspect. If some guys lose their job, if a job closed down, and let's say they got to go to Lowe's Home Improvement Center to work until they get up on their feet, some women will leave them.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
And so that plays a key part into it too. Like with guys with this stress or like the mental aspect of things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
So what they need to do is like get you a real one. Somehow y'all build with together. Because if you men, listen, stop chasing the shiny object in the room, Doc. I understand she might look good, she may dress good, she may smell good, all that other stuff. But if she won't with you when your shoes will turn over to the side and you had to stop at every exit to put antifreeze in your car.
Yeah.
What make you think now that you can get up on your feet, that she gonna be that one? She not. She looking at what you got. The one that you built with should be the one that you should be looking at, which leads me to my next segment is about your identity and your confusion. You know what I'm saying? You confused. You know what I'm saying? They confused about what they are allowed to be. Like some men feel as though like, okay, I am the man, but I ain't making the money.
Right.
So they don't really make me the man like I want to be the man, because it's because I ain't making the money like I want to make to be the man. Which to me is all that rambling I say. You see how stupid that sound? That's how stupid it sound to y'all.
Right.
I just made that up.
Hey man, you know, hey, you got to go into, you got to go in, like you said, you got to go from the ground floor, you know, got to come up from the ground floor. You got to build together, because if you out there and you single or whatever, you trying to get up, you know, get you a girl, wife, whatever you're trying to do, and she make more money than you, and you know, she ain't giving you the time of day, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You just got to move, you know, move accordingly, move on. Like I said, you know, if you get with her, she gonna run that relationship. If she make more money than you, you know what I'm saying?
My point. And that's what that's why they're confused about what they're allowed to be. Am I allowed to be the man because she's making more money, or not? Because she, you know what I mean? They confused. You got
to be a man's man. You got to be like, look, hey, this what it is now. I'm the man now. This what it is. Like you can take it or leave it. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? If you make, like you said, just because you make more money than me, you know, I mean, you know, we gonna work this thing together, but I mean, you ain't gonna run over me neither now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Which leads me to this: you can be strong, but not intimidating. You can be confident, but not arrogant. You could be silent, but emotionally available. Leader, be a leader of the house, but not dominant. Like, hey, I understand. Like, listen, look, I understand you make the money. Now, if you say you love God, like you say you love God, let's look at the how the structure set up.
Right.
It's God, then me, then you.
Well, you can really hurt some feelings.
It ain't God, then you, then the kids, then the dog, then me.
Right.
Or it ain't me, the kids, the dog, the cat, the family, and then God. It ain't gonna never work like that. I don't know.
They get it twisted, man.
And that's what I'm saying. Men understand what their role is. You are the man. If you married a woman and she said I do, then that means you are the head of your house. And if you don't want to be the head of your house, then check out.
For all the men like that. To all the men out there, you can't be timid. Now, as a man, and as a leader of the house, now you got to make some decisions that ain't gonna be favorable around the house. Everybody, it's gonna be cold around there some days, and I ain't talking about temperature wise neither.
No, it's gonna be cold,
But you know, that's what you got. You got to stand on your principle, though. You know what I'm saying? Because you know that's what you got. If you don't, you get your house ran over.
And you know what's crazy, man? They ask themselves, which is I guess it could happen. You know. Who am I supposed to be? Am I supposed to tell her she can't go spend this money even though it's her money? Or am I even though I'm supposed to be the man of the house, but I ain't making but X, Y, Z? I know some people think we just talking about the money. We ain't talking about the money aspect, because both of y'all can be broke and the woman still want to run it.
Yeah. Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta be the man. You know what I'm saying? Because confusion is like, it's dangerous. All right, think about this. Now you come to Raleigh sometime, right? Think about you following somebody in traffic in Raleigh.
Right.
That's confused on the highway. Ain't that dangerous, though? In all this traffic.
Exactly.
Anything can happen, and that's what we're telling the men. You cannot be confused on what your role is. If you confused on what your role is, anything can happen. Before you know it, you seen them cartoons out, how they make the dad look to be the dumbest one in the house. The dog even smarter than the dad. The kids be tricking the dad, be playing all kind of crazy tricks on him. They make a man look like the dumbest thing on the planet, right? And that's why a lot of them start to check out, because folk try to make that a reality. Like, you know, you are the dumbest one.
right
on the planet, and they started buying into it.
And see, the guys that check out, my opinion, the guys that check out, that's the ones that don't stand on principle. They afraid that they're gonna hurt feelings, or step on some toes around the house, which a lot of times as a man's man, if some situations occur, you gonna step on some toes. Yeah. Until y'all get on the same team, the same page, and everybody know how this train run, everything. That's when everything gonna work out like the way it's supposed to.
For sure.
But until then, if you afraid that you gonna hurt her feelings or you gonna step on her toes, this, that, or whatever, you don't want to say this to the kids because you don't want to hear her mouth or whatever, that's when you mess up right there.
Yeah.
That's when you start to wearing all that stress, what I'm saying, as a man, I call it a weak man. That's what I call it.
Yeah, it was a true statement that I read. When society criticizes masculinity, but do not place it with wisdom, men don't become better; they become confused. Yep. So when they start criticizing the man, I mean, you got on your job they criticize him, and then on TV they criticize him. Right. I don't give you white or black or don't matter your ethnicity as a man, because the way that it's set up, you are the protector. You're gonna take them hits, but you got to be, as you so eloquently put it, you got to be a man's man in order to take. It ain't easy running a house. You know what I'm saying? No. Dude, it's how long me and Keisha been together? About 30 and married 25, 26. Ain't easy to run no house. Right. So, but you got to be a man's man. Some things you just got to be like, hey, let's talk about this. I don't think that's a good idea. Right. Blah, blah, blah. And then you work it out that way, because if not,
you're gonna get steamrolled.
You definitely gonna get like what's my man Jerome Bettis?
Yeah, you're gonna get steamrolled, you know what I'm saying? And it ain't trying to put the women down or whatever, but it's just what it is, you know what I'm saying? If you got a man, and a lot of times the women, they know when they got a weak man or not. And they know when they got a strong man, they know when they got a weak man.
Yeah, so, and some of them can't handle the strong man.
Yeah. And then some of them like, or look, when they had that guy to go ahead on and step up and take charge and do what he's supposed to do. Some of them like that too, but like you said though, they don't like, but no, they really don't like no weak man. Put it that way. They may act like they do, but they don't.
Think about what I just read. Confusion, right? Now, they don't know what they want. How he gonna know what they want? They don't want a strong man. They don't want a weak man. Right. So what kind of man do you want? Like I'm trying to figure it out, because he don't know what to be. He try to be strong. You don't like that. He try to be
the yes man,
passion and empathy. Daddy, you too soft. You try, like, so what do you want him to be? You got to let him know what you want him to be. I would try prayer, y'all, because some of y'all probably need.
Don't get it.
I'm about to get the women, but it ain't about y'all tonight.
Yeah, don't get it twisted, fellas. They want you to be a yes man. Now, some of them, most of them, these days and time anyway.
Can I go get? Yeah.
Yes man. So hey, what it is, bro.
Hey, I'm going out with the girls tonight. Oh, okay, all right. I'll be here when you get back. I ain't gonna do nothing no way but sit on the couch, Instead of him saying, like, I thought didn't we have plans to go do something?
Right. See what I'm saying?
But change, plans change. I can't. Well, all right, then I guess we'll just do what we got to do next week. Then I got to work all through the weekend. And and then you get a strong man that's too strong. You be like, hey, and not, we already go ahead and drop that. You ain't finna do. You can call them back, and now you being too strong.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So before we go to break, I'm gonna ask you these questions for you to think on, right?
Okay.
All right. When was the last time someone asked you, not what you do, but how you're actually doing? We'll be right back after the break, y'all.
Signed up to fight for freedom. What a price you had to pay. Picture in a helmet, missing family every day. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane. Some scars we'll never see. She will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter. She's a sister and a friend. Standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. On that old dusty base with the meadows that shine, she's been to hell and back for the stars and the stripes. Your Lady Liberty, dressed like G.I. Jane, and some scars we'll never see, and she will never be the same. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. Yeah, yes. For the ones that didn't make it, we will pause and then we cry. We can still see their smile in every sunrise. She's a mother, she's a daughter, she's a sister and a friend, standing tall in that uniform until the very end. When Uncle Sam called, she signed that line to serve. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her. 'Cause you can't spell hero without her.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at nbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk.
Yes, sir.
33 with Charles and Daryl. We back.
Mm-hmm.
So before the break, I asked you, the question was, when was the last time somebody actually asked you how you doing? You know what I'm saying?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
Today. The reason why I say yesterday, we had church service.
Yep.
Last night, right? 6 o'clock. And our pastor, he always do that. He greet the guys, we greet him when he coming in, and one by one he always be like, hey man, how you doing today, man? How you feeling? Is everything all right with you and the family?
Yeah.
And he get each one of us guys, like, then he, cause we, like I said, we greet him at the door, make sure cause you're always looking out the pastor, make sure he get in safe, make sure he exit the church safe when he leaving, right?
Yep. And
then once he get in, he greet the rest of the congregation, accordingly or whatever, to go to his studies and and get ready for service. But I would say yesterday.
Yeah. You know what I think,
and I mean, not to cut you off, I know some folks be like, well, your wife, you woke up with your wife this morning, of course she asked me that too, but we talking with man talk, You know, I'm looking at like from another man.
Man perspective.
From your man perspective, I would say pastor.
Yeah. Let me see here. I mean, I think almost every day, because when I meet people, hey man, you all right, man? Everything good with you? And I do the same thing. You know, I kind of
me too. Yeah.
You know, just to check the temperature, make sure, you know, everything good and stuff like that, you know. And, you know, to some men, do y'all feel needed?
Yeah, and I think a lot of times, man, guys, you know, we got to the place of where we just dap somebody and be like, hey, what up, dog? You know what I'm saying? What up, dog, or whatever. But what I tried to do too, you know, that's what we kind of, you know, we kind of instill in each other around the church and stuff like that. You know, we see, you know, whether it's somebody's total stranger, like, hey man, how you doing, man? How you feeling today? You know, shake your hand or something like that. If somebody greeting you out in public, be it the grocery store or wherever, you know, kind of ask them how they feeling, like you say, you know, and you know, how you doing, man? How you been? You know, stuff like that.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Do you feel this ain't for you, but this is for the men. You are a man too, but I'm just saying, do you feel needed? Do you feel respected? Do you feel like your life has purpose? If it don't, then that ain't a weakness. You know, that's us, you and I bringing awareness to them that, hey, there's some stuff you gotta check. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? If you don't feel needed, and if you definitely don't feel respected, we definitely got a problem if we don't feel respected. You know what I'm saying?
And I'll tell guys too, some guys too, man, you might need to check your situation if you feel like, because I've worked with guys like this before, right? I worked with this guy back in the day, you know, his wife was an RN, right? And, you know, he felt like he had to work to keep up with her. You know what I'm saying? So he worked a lot of overtime and stuff. Like I'm talking like mad overtime, you know, out there where I was at. You know where I was at. Yeah. And he was almost killing himself. That's and what I'm going at with the guys, you know, if you feel like that you gotta work and beat yourself down to try to keep up with her pay scale, and it's coming to be mental, you know, you might need to check your situation that you in. You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna have to sit down and have a talk with her. I don't know what his situation was, but I know he was trying to make sure he kept up with her. Whatever she made a year, he tried to make what she made a year. But in most cases, most occupations are not gonna keep up with an RN anyway. No, not around this area. You know what I'm saying?
You're really getting it to do that, boy. Overtime and all kind of overtime, which is crazy. Because that leads me right into the next part of what we're gonna talk about. Relationships are another quiet battlefield, Doc. Like, you think about it, man, like men marrying, or they starting to marry later in life, or not at all. They feel disposable in the dating culture because you see numerous things where, you know, the guys try to take the women out and they try to embarrass them by telling he taking me to Cheesecake Factory, he taking me here, taking me there, you know, and they like, why I want to keep going through that? I rather just, you know what I mean? Man. Like, why?
Man, I think the Lord ain't out there in that field.
Me too, dog. I tell you what,
it's terrible, man. I hear guys, man, all the time, you know, like they can't even take girls out no more on regular, you know, like regular dates, you know what I'm saying? Just like, you know, you can't go out and chop it up, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I mean, they might hear this video and be like, I'm just saying, like ice cream day. And, you know, you ain't got to call it a date, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you just, hey, look, you know, run out, you know, get ice cream, you want to go out with it, chop it up a little bit, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, and then you talk, you know what I'm saying? Getting to know each other. They don't do that no more, man. They want these guys to take them to Ruth Chris off the gate. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like, some people don't like that. Some people, they do like it. You know what I'm saying? So, but me, I'm saying I ain't in the game no more. But me, I couldn't I wouldn't do that. I mean, you know what I'm saying? We'll go on a date, you know, but we ain't going no Roof Chris out the gate.
Yeah, for real.
Not
You
no
go to Roof Chris.
not no $200-$300. Hey,
yeah, you go
not
to
out
Roof
the
Chris,
gate now.
You got to be like, how many
might be
checks?
more than that.
2.
Huh?
That's
Might
you
be
go to
more.
Roof. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, it might be more than that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Or the Angus bone or something like that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like,
about 100, 200, about 150.
Yeah, you know, I'm taking you on a date like that, and then you gonna ghost me next week. You ain't answering my texts. I'm shooting you texts. You know, like you ain't.
Nah.
You know what I'm saying? So
that's a lot.
Yeah, so that's what the guys are going through now. You know, from what I'm getting out there off the guys. You know, guys, man, they say it's tough out there now, man.
Yeah, I'm glad I ain't out there either, Doc. I'm in safety, right? You know what I'm saying? I'm good. You know what I'm saying? I'm like you, dog, because you talking about taking somebody to Roof Chris. That they look at me, I'm be like, yo, how many checks? 2.
I mean, you know when
that's a lot, dog.
And I know I said the ice cream thing or whatever, you know, like some people probably laugh or sneeze at that, but it ain't like you going on the kid. I'm just saying, like, you know, if you just going out, like some people, they you know, they don't like, hey, let's go get like maybe a cup of coffee or something. You only thing you're doing is just sitting down and you meeting and greeting and get to know each other. That's going to lead into a bigger or better date.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't get the Roof Chris right out the gate. Like I just hey, we going out tomorrow. Like we going to Roof Chris. And then like I said, you know, then you say, well, I'm sorry. It isn't you, it's me. You know,
yeah,
like,
you
know how they hit the boys up. It ain't you, it's me.
Yeah,
you know, we can't talk no more, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So that's what the boys telling me out there, man. I said, bro, y'all got it bad out there now, bro.
Yeah, it's bro. Some of the stuff that you be reading and seeing is crazy, and you know, other men feel their value for what they can provide. If they making a certain amount of money, they feel like, hey, people value that. And, you know, some of them do value that. Like, you know, hey, you got to be making a certain amount of money. You got to be a certain height. You got to be a certain this, a certain that. Man, and you wonder why you didn't buy yourself for the last 16 years.
That's crazy. Why. It's just so many. It's so many obstacles now, man. You got to be this height. You got to be this weight. You got to make this amount of money. You got to, like, you ain't gonna never have nobody.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? You know, everybody got flaws, so you got to take, you know, you got to go with the best option. You know, hey, if you can get 7 out of 10, you got to, you know, try and roll with it. And then, you know, the rest will work out.
I'm telling you, dog. So men, y'all got to know y'all value, dog. And think about this, dude. Like, so after a separation and divorce, men lose. This is some other things that's piling on. Say if they go through a divorce or separation, they lose daily access to their children and lose a piece of themselves with it, right? Now think about this. After everything we just went over, everything we just went through, and to add to this, let me tell you this key part that dude, come on, bro. Somebody call me, dog.
Right on time.
So yeah. So think about this, right? Think about this. Out of all that we just outlined that men go through, who initiates divorce? Research shows that women initiate majority of divorces in heterosexual marriages in the U.S. About 69% of divorces are initiated by women. Roughly 31% are initiated by men. So to go through all of that he just went through, that we just outlined, and then you add that on top of it.
Boy, you get ready to start something now.
And you think he's supposed to be sane?
What was the numbers again?
69 to 31. 69 women, 31 men.
And you know, I know they are beg to differ, but
no doubt, facts don't lie.
Yeah, some of them are blatantly do it, and then some will just do it mentally. Like when you said they'll cause a divorce, it's like when you shut the husband off or whatever you got. We just use a husband, right? Go start using divorce, right? When they shut the husband off completely, he done worked all day. You don't want to talk to him. You don't want to be intimate with him. You don't halfway want to cook for him.
Yeah.
Somebody else is waiting in the wings to do that. You know what I'm saying? So after a while, they gonna check out, like we've been talking the whole time. So some women may feel like those numbers aren't correct, but because some of them blatantly go out and do it and cheat and cause the divorce, but some of them can do it silently, like I just said. Like they can just do it the mental way, cause that mental
research though. Hey, women, that's the research. I'm sorry, those are the numbers. I know y'all might not want to agree with it, but that's the research. Go look it up for yourself. I didn't make the numbers up, so don't get mad with me. I don't want no nasty comments. I'm just telling you what the numbers are. You know what I'm saying? And the thing is, like with going, because we're talking about the state of men in America. This is what causes men to get into the state like they are. A man without connection doesn't harden. He hollows out. He don't want to. Like loneliness,
right?
Loneliness doesn't always look like sadness, right? It look like, for example, they scrolling and they doing XYZ and they doing, boy, dog. I'm glad I got a co-partner, dog. We was cooking. I was cooking. I was in there, dog. Hey, y'all, we up against the break, y'all.
Okay, I bet.
We'll be right back after the break. Boy, I started to go about an hour and a half on this topic now, but we'll be right back after the break, y'all.
It's time for a Vacation and Fairway Travels is here to share great specials for you to choose from. Discover the charm and features of one of Sandals' 16 all-inclusive, luxury-included, adults-only resorts, or a family-friendly beaches destination in the Caribbean. Or how about a couples resort in Jamaica? If cruising's your preference, get Thunderstroke aboard Carnival Cruise Lines or set sail on an award-winning Royal Caribbean ship. Join Virgin Voyages now for a wonderful adults-only sailing. It doesn't matter if you choose to travel by plane, train, automobile, cruise ship, or rowboat, we can help you reach your dream destination. Contact Fairway Travels today at 228-365-1012. That's 228-365-1012. Or email bookitnow247@gmail.com. Fairway Travels, where your journeys keep satisfying.
Military Broadcast Radio, the station that's giving veterans a voice.
Find us on the web at mbradio.us.
Opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers and do not necessarily reflect the views or positions of any entities they represent.
Welcome back to Man Talk 133 with Charlotte and Durham. My man said, listen, it's break time. You know what? Appreciate it. That's why you got to have a co-host. I ain't going to lie, because you can get caught in it.
You was rolling, bro. Hey, it be like that a lot of times, man. Yeah, that's what it is, man. A good conversation.
You got to have a good co-host, boy, to pull you back in, because if he was got in locked in like me, we'd have probably went. We've been at an hour and 15 minutes.
Yep. You right.
We over an hour, y'all. You know what I'm saying? Right. So listen. So y'all know what we're talking about tonight, the state of men in America, right? So loneliness, it can come out as in scrolling. It can come out in sometimes of overworking, sometimes numbing. It can come out in a lot of different ways, right? Now, loneliness. Genesis 2:18, the Lord said, it is not good for the man to be alone. I will make him a helper suitable for him. But this is the question I got for you. But what if the mate ain't suitable? Then what? What if the man, because he is feeling all these different emotions, he feeling lonely, he feeling sad, he feeling this, he feeling that, and somebody show him a little attention, right? And he go for the first thing, smoking. You know what I'm saying? Then what? The man, I think, put himself behind the 8 ball doing that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I know he said, whosoever find a wife, find a good thing, and obtain favor of the Lord. I understand that.
Yeah.
But whoever found a good woman. That's what I put that in there. It ain't in the Bible.
I got you. Yeah, I got you. That's
well,
true, though.
That's a question to you. What if the mate ain't suitable? You dig what I'm saying? Like
I said, man, you gotta let God. You gotta let God lead you on that, man. Cause you know what I'm saying? Cause you can actually get out there, man, and like you said, you can get the first thing smoking and think they love you.
Yeah, because you got a little
and they really don't. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's a good question, though.
Because you got a little something, you got a little money. You can work your way, up. Now you ain't in the smoking Joe no more. You ain't got to stop every 2 miles to put antifreeze in. You got your little Mercedes, a little whatever you got going on with you, and that's what. That's what get them.
Yeah, and that's what we see with a lot of the athletes. I just put the athletes out there. You got guys in the corporate world is the same way, but and regular guys. Regular Joe guys around around the way that that's doing pretty good for themselves, but the top, like that, basically the athletes, that's why you see them in the situations that they're in. Yeah. They jump on the first thing smoking, and then they got babies, and then they got, then she take over half, they ain't even married to these girls, you know what I'm saying? It's the IG models or whatever you want to call them. And and that goes back to what you was talking about. What if she ain't that one? You just jumped out there.
Just cause she look good, smell good, the shiny object in the room. You got to show the shining object, low hanging fruit in the room, and that's what you go for. Because they show you a little attention. Don't do that. And men are rarely told this. You don't have to earn your humanity. You don't have to suffer in silence. You don't have to carry everything alone, which is true. Right. Y'all don't. Y'all got counselors y'all can go to. Y'all got pastors y'all can go to. Y'all got leaders. Y'all got all these people y'all can go to. So why do y'all feel as though, this is a question to the men out there, why do y'all feel as though that y'all gotta carry all this stuff alone? Why you gotta suffer in silence? Why you gotta why do we have to, as men, gotta have the highest rate of highest suicide rate in the nation? Why don't y'all just listen? It ain't that deep, bro.
Right.
It ain't that deep. Listen, if you got kids and the wife or girlfriend, let's not even use wives. Let's say your girlfriend, she take the kids. Bro, it's ways through the court that you can get to see your kids. You got to just follow the right protocol. You ain't got, because if you take yourself out, now you leave them vulnerable.
And then too, man, like you said with the guys, man, when they going into these situations like that, like I said earlier, they got to go ahead on and establish their dominance.
Yeah.
Not like, you coming in, you beating them down or nothing like that. Nothing like that. What I'm saying, you got to let them know that you a man, you a man's man, and this is how you roll, and this how the family structure gonna be. Now, if she can't handle that going in on the dating scene, going in into the relationship, where you trying to get this relationship together, then you might well go and let her go, because it's some guys is out there that been over and bit the bullet. And they getting ran over like steamrollers, by their wives or whatever, and they done been in it for a long time and they can't get out of it. So they just in the marriage just taking the punishment. And they can't say nothing now because they done been browbeat for so many years. They can't say nothing now. So it's just what it is now. So what you say again?
I can hear you.
Huh?
I can hear.
Yeah, man. So so you gotta go in. You gotta go in, man. Like, hey, I'm the man. You a man's man. You got to conduct yourself as a man, a real man. You got to take charge. Because if you don't, when you get in there, you get ran over. You ain't gonna be able to get out of it.
Yeah, man. And then it's all right to be vulnerable. You know what I'm saying? That don't make you weak. That make you reachable. Somebody can. You can let your guard down enough for somebody to be like, hey, bro, I noticed you've been sitting in the car longer than usual when we get all work, bro. Everything all right? Like, you don't want to, But, then if you're vulnerable enough, like, well, bro, I went through that same thing. This is how I handled it. I don't sit in the car, man, and,
Yep.
Do things that you don't need to be doing, like, you know, taking yourself out or even thinking about taking yourself out. You know what I'm saying? That's not a for men listening, that ain't an option. That's not an option. That's the easy way out. You got kids, you got a wife. If you say you love her and you say you love your kids, roll up your little sleeves and fight. That's all you gotta do.
Yeah, like I said, man, when you go in, man, hey, let them, you know, like when you going in, hey, this is what it is, you know, it's gonna be it might be a little bit cold at first, but once you get everything situated, it's gonna warm up, because they're gonna be like, hey, okay, he a real, he the leader, he know what he talking about, he know what he doing.
Yeah,
I ain't got to worry about it.
You got to invest in yourself.
Yeah.
Put time in yourself, man. Put time. Definitely got to put time. And the time I'm talking about is the word of God. Put that time into you.
Got to.
And to women. And I said, I know we talking about it was men, but women, men don't need to be erased. They need to be restored. We don't need y'all to be like, I don't want you here no more. Yeah, get out. I don't want you. He don't need that.
Right.
He needs you to, you know, to be this help meet that you're supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? You ain't get married just to, it go both ways. You know, you can't just say, well, if a man leaves, then it's bad. You can't just say that. But woman leave, well, it must have been a reason why she left. No, you can't do that.
Yeah, that's the first thing they'll say.
There's a reason why he must have did something.
Yeah.
Excuse me. He had to do something.
Yeah.
He had to. It ain't no way she just, because for what I seen, she's a good woman. Yeah. Until you close that door and she go to start throwing high heels and shoes and stuff. Throwing plates at him. Then, you know.
Yeah.
You wonder why he had the Dollar Tree every week getting plates, because they didn't throw up.
Hey, you better start going to paper.
For real. Hey, husbands.
Paper plates.
Hey, husbands. If y'all having that issue, get paper plates.
Boy, you
and styrofoam cups.
Boy, say you like you at the cookout.
And plastic forks.
Yeah, you better invest in all that.
I'll get rid of all the stuff that's gonna hurt somebody. Yeah. But you know what the good news are before we get out of here? The good news is
give them the good news, baby boy, before we get out of here, you know, because I know we're gonna run out. But go ahead.
Men are waking up. Men are seeking therapy. Men are joining brotherhood. Men are returning back to the faith, which is church. You know what I'm saying? So it's the things that men are doing. They're healing over hiding. You know, they choosing discipline over chaos, what we were just talking about, purpose over pleasure. Is a lot of things that men are doing that's the right way, dog. You know what I'm saying? They ain't wilding out. They acting up like they, you know, like they once was. So I'm just saying, like, you know, like they're accepting, like, you know what, this is probably could be something I've done. I could have been overworking, trying to self-medicate from the hurt from another relationship. You know what I'm saying? And they trying to work through that. You know,
I can agree with that. I can say, like you said, a lot of guys, man, are now, you know, beginning to, like you said, take responsibility. You know, I agree with you on that.
Yeah, man. And before we get out of here, because we about to get out of here. If y'all listen to us tonight, then what y'all need to do, speak, even if your voice shakes. Find one brother you can be honest with. Take responsibility for your healing. Ain't nobody else gonna take it for you. You got to do that.
That's right.
If you love a man, don't just criticize. Understand. Encourage growth without shaming. Make space for truth. And guess what?
And
treat them equal, dog.
Yep. And you can always hit us up. I mean, chop it up with us. You know, we won't put you out there like that. You know what I'm saying? We don't do that. We put scenarios out there, but we don't put, you know, like the actual people. You know, we put the people out there, but not their names and nothing like that. Just different scenarios. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And
if I said that correctly.
Now you said it right. And then the state of men in America, we out here, you making things happen.
Yep.
I want to follow us, go to Facebook, Us Talking, mantalk133.com, Instagram, mantalk133. Hey man, y'all check us out. Man. Before we get out of here too,
Spotify.
My man got a birthday coming. Y'all give him a shout out on his birthday, dog. My wife wrote a book, Dance with Fire by Lakeisha Whitaker. Y'all go check it out. Go to She Wrote Publishing and check it out, man. Until next time, thank y'all for joining Man Talk 133 with Charles and Daryl, and we out. Peace.
Life is like a duck. Tough times don't last, but tough people do. Here at Military Broadcast Radio, we're teaming up with our friends at Die Tired, the veteran-friendly music band spreading strength, resilience, and mental health awareness, one shirt at a time.
And check this out. Their brand new shirts feature broadcast beaker right on the breast pocket. A reminder that you can weather the storm, and you're never alone.
Shirts are only $25, and proceeds support giving veterans a voice. MBR's mission to teach veterans how to podcast and videocast. Because when our vets are talking, they're not overthinking. They're not second-guessing. Together, we stop the 22 stigma. Grab your shirt today at mbradio.us and hit the shop. Or go directly to toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband. That's toramerch.printavo.com/merch/dietiredband.
Suit up, stand strong.
Remember, we're unduckable together.
You're built tougher than the storm.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to Military Broadcast Radio. As we wrap up today's show, we want to remind you that the podcast of today's episode will be available right after we go off the air. So if you missed any part of the show or want to listen again, be sure to check it out. And remember, we're here to support and honor our veterans. Your stories and experiences matter, and we are committed to giving you a platform to share them. That's right. We're here to give our veterans a voice. So don't forget to catch the podcast and stay connected with us. Giving our veterans a voice.